Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy High Grade Snipes, and I am back after a very long time. And today I have something very special sent in from Fire Guy of Flaming Gaming. His link will be at the top of the description. Make sure you go subscribe to him and tell him that you came from my channel. That would be amazing. So here we'll be breaking down everything you need to know about Doomfist, which is pretty amazing because he's only come out yesterday, I think it was. So I'm going to leave it to Fire Guy to do the commentary so you can get some brief description of how his channel is. So I'm going to say peace for now.
I don't mind, yeah, I'm alive.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be going over Doomfist and his abilities, what I think he would be good for, some combos with him, how to use some of his abilities, and some gameplay at the end. So first of all, let's go ahead and look at Doomfist here. He's an offense hero, as many people thought he was going to be a tank, because that's sort of what they teased him to be, but unfortunately he's not. I would have preferred a tank, but you know, can always get discreet. So here are his abilities. If you want to go and look at them. His primary is a short range weapon with spread, reloads automatically. Now, those 4 bars in the middle are actually his primary. So when those run out, you can't actually shoot, so you have to like wait for it to recharge, see how it's recharging. And that's pretty much how he reloads. You cannot reload automatically. As you can see, it just automatically does it. Now, let's go over his other abilities. We'll go over his ultimate later. His E ability, or in my case F, leap forward and smashes the ground. Now this does some damage, and I believe it stuns him in the air for a little bit. It doesn't do like a ridiculous amount of damage, but if you jump, you can like launch yourself a lot farther. His next ability, Rising Uppercut, knock an enemy into the air. So let's go find a different bot for that. So right here, let's go at one of these bots. If we hit shift, it launches you and the enemy up into the air. Now what this ability can be used for is once they're in the air, you can hit F, and sometimes if you time it right, you can come down on top of them. But we'll go over some more combos later. His right click ability, Rocket Punch, hold to charge, then release to launch forward and knock an enemy back. Damage increases if the enemy hits a wall. You can use this to do a lot of damage to an enemy, if I was actually good at the game. But the thing that you can use this for is just like Ryan charge in the very beginning, you can charge it up and go ahead and launch yourself forward a very great distance. Now, if you do hit an enemy with it at full charge, it does around half their health. If you hit an enemy with it and you knock them back into a wall, if I could manage to do that. Anyway, just take my word for it. If you knock an enemy back and hit them into a wall, there we go, it will kill them. Let's go over his passive, the best defense. Dealing damage with abilities creates temporary personal shields, as you can see in the bottom right. So if you were to deal damage with any of his abilities, your shield would go up. I believe goes up to 400, and that's where it stops. So he's a pretty tanky offense. Now let's go over his ultimate ability. Ultimate, Meteor Strike. Press Q to leap up into the air, moving the targeted circle, then press left click to strike the targeted area. Now what this looks like is you practically go invisible, and you have this where you can, so once this little thing gets to there, it does damage. It doesn't really say the timer on it for how long until it goes away, until you can't use it anymore, but I'm just gonna go and estimate around 5 seconds. So let's go ahead and re-grab our ult here, and so we can show its full potential. While we're doing that, we might as well go ahead and talk about the range on his primary. It can be used for long distances, but does not do as much damage. Close distances, just about 4-shot a training bot, and that's nearly, I think, 5 shots to a normal. Now that we got our ultimate back, let's go ahead and show you a better use for it. A large group of enemies. Say you're using a Zarya ult, and you don't have any other ults to combo, but you have Doomfist. You can go ahead and use it, and it will kill anything in the area. I just did not quite hit, so that's why. Now let's go talk about some combos that you can do with him. One of his signature combos is using his shift and his right click. Once you do that, you will do lots of damage. Now, if you actually, while you're midair, if you charge your right click a little bit more, you can almost an insta kill. This combo will take practice though, so make sure you do practice. And now another combo is practically the same exact thing, except using the E ability along with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this bot here. That's what it looks like, and it just about kills them. So if you add a primary in there somewhere, you should be able to kill them. Movement. Let's talk about his movement. His right click, if you fully charge, can use to move very far. The distance, I don't quite know, but let's take the practice range from here to the edge of here. So right at this post to this post. Other ways you can go very far distances is if you hit shift and you hit your F ability in the air. Now let's go and show what that looks like. Not nearly as far as the right click, but if your right click's on cooldown, then you will have this ability to do. Another way to move, to travel very quickly is using your shift. And you will just get a little bit of extra distance. Now, the difficulty level on Doomfist, I think he's around, I'll probably say 3-star. Let's check his kit. Yeah, 3-star difficulty. He's probably maybe a little bit harder than Genji, and Genji's probably one of the hardest heroes to master these days. Now, let me actually see if I can actually get his ultimate down. Oh yes, if it is in the middle, if the enemy is in the middle of the circle, then it will do a lot more damage.
I'm disappointed.
Another way that his right click can be very useful is by launching enemies off the map if they're close. Example now. I'll show an example on the spot over here. You can launch enemies off the map very well. This would be good on maps such as like Well and some other maps that have easy spots. Now, good way to recover if you get booped off the map by Lucio. Say you just get down, you just gotta launch, hit shift, and then you can hit your E ability, do a little extra damage, and get a little bit further. Good way is to travel across like places that you normally can't get to without falling off the map. Use your F or your right click. The best way to recover is by shifting, charging up your right click, and dashing. You'll get a lot farther. How do I think Doomfist will be played, and how much do you think it'll be played? I feel like he's a little bit, he feels like a really decent hero. He feels like he might be a little bit weaker, maybe as strong as Genji. And one thing I forgot to mention is that if you are in the air, if your E is up while you're in the air, it will actually show you the trajectory and where you are going to land and the radius of where you're going to hit. Which is very good. Now we'll be showing you some gameplay with Doomfist. This will be in quick play, or not quick play, but no limits.
Only through conflict.
So while we're here, while we're loading to our spawn, let's talk about what else this new update has to offer. Unfortunately, as of July 6th, it is only on PTR. But let's go and check out what it has to offer. It does add I think it has 2 new game modes, which is Doomfist versus Doomfist versus 6v6 of all Doomfists. Currently, looks like our whole team wants to try out Doomfist, so that's what we're doing now on Farming Simulator Colony. One of the biggest changes to this update, other than a new hero, there's a bunch of bug fixes, which I will go ahead and just put on screen now. A bunch of changes, fixes, and changes, yeah. But I think one of the biggest, next to Doomfist, is the new reticle option. Down here, you have the choice to change your reticle. There's circle and crosshairs now, which we'll go ahead and show you what that looks like now.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Looks something like this.
1.
But not only this,
Commence.
but there's now an advanced setting.
Capture objective A.
This advanced setting allows you to change your color, your thickness, your crosshair length, your color gap. See if I were to make it thicker or not as thick. Center gap. I can change that as well. Opacity, I can change that. Dot size, can change that. And opacity, we can change that as well.
Thanks. Thank you.
What heroes do I think counter Doomfist? Winston, maybe. I don't quite know. So this gameplay might not be the best because I am very new to this hero. This hero is very difficult to master, like I said.
The battle I'll capture this objective myself if I have to. I am securing the objective. I'm on fire. Rising. I'll capture this objective myself if I have to. Let's work to me.
Objective A captured. Commence attack on objective B.
I need healing. Ready to meet you at home.
Out of all people, he actually knows me.
Meteor strike. Your time's run out. Meteor strike. Everyone get on the objective. Meteor strike.
That was some good gameplay there. I managed to get a couple kills and got 1 kill with his ultimate.
Get healed.
Meteor strike ready to be unleashed. My ultimate is charging. Ready to meet you at home.
Not played him enough to use the ultimate inside of the game. I'm hoping they're gonna fix. I'm hoping that they're gonna.
I'm not finished.
Get healed.
Rising.
My ultimate is ready.
Meteor strike. Meteor strike. Charging. Coming for you all. Meteor strike. Everyone get on track. Thinking your life decision. Meteor strike. Securing the objective. Rising uppercut.
So that was a victory on our end. I had a lot of fun playing this hero. Now let's go and check out this play of the game.
Play of the game.
Out of all people, it was by the Bastion. So it looks like we can now record the play of the game.
Double kill.
And it turns out we can actually so now it looks like you can save others' plays of the game. Or not. Oh, you have a highlight list now. Instant capture while in a match. Press the capture button to record a moment that just occurred that you want to relieve or share in the world. I did not know about this actually. Once you've captured your epic moment, this is a new highlight section to record and save your favorite moments locally. Today's top 5. Your best highlights will still be automatically created during each match. They'll be saved for 24 hours, even if you exit the game. So here it is. Apparently we can go ahead and look at these. So there's no more highlight buttons at the top. It looks like this is what we have.
Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Teammate eliminated. Enemy and all teammates eliminated.
So this is very cool. We can actually capture others' play of the game and recorded highlights, which we can actually go into a specified folder to go ahead and look at. So it looks like we can actually we can delete these right from here. And this is a very nice feature that I'm happy that they added. Alright, hopefully you guys did enjoy.